Here's an overview of our scale elevator model. As you can see on the front panel here, we have 4 buttons that simulate up and down requests. And then down towards the base, we have buttons 1, 2, and 3 that represent the buttons inside the cart. And we also have a button for fire mode that simulates a fire alarm. We have a DC motor with a pulley mounted to the top, and that's what controls the cart moving up and down. And we have a servo motor attached to a pulley and belt system, which controls the opening and closing of the elevator door. And then here at the back, you can see an Arduino Mega mounted to the base with an Adafruit motor shield attached to it, and that's what's processing all of our inputs and outputs.
So to start off, we're resetting it not at a floor, and it's initializing, so it's going up and down at increasing lengths until it reads a floor value. And it's reading the floor values using an RGB sensor, and there's colors along the sides of the walls. So right now we see that it initialized to floor 2 and it stopped.
Now we're going to show you the basic function of the elevator. What we'll do is simulate a down request from floor 3, and we'll show you as it gets to floor 3, it'll wait and prioritize an input from inside the cart before processing a request, an up or down request from outside of the cart. So as we can see, it did not process that up request, but it will process the request from within the cart. And once it completes the request to go down to floor 1, then it will process the up request from floor 2.
Okay, so now we're going to show you the basic queue function of the elevator. So what we're going to do is we're going to send it to floor 3, so we have 4 twos below it that we can queue. And then we're going to request the elevator on floor 1 by using that the up button. And then we're also going to, on its way down, we're going to request it with 2 down. So since 2 down is on the way to floor 1, it should stop at floor 2 and then continue on to floor 1. And as you can see, it processes the request correctly and ended up at floor 1.
To further illustrate the queue, we're going to request floor 3 down, and on the way request floor 2 down to show that it should ignore the request to stop at floor 2 in between, because the direction of the request doesn't match the direction that the elevator is currently going. And now it's processed the request for floor 2 down after it handled going to floor 3.
Also in this elevator, we implemented a fire mode to simulate fire, essentially. And fire mode, at any state the elevator is in, will immediately send the elevator down to floor 1 and open the door. So here we're going to request floor 3 to show that it's in the middle of something, but then there's a fire, so it stops the request, goes down to floor 1, and then when it gets there, it'll open the door up. And it'll stay in that state and not accept any inputs, no matter what button you push, until you depress fire mode. In which case, the elevator will resume to normal state.